A very, very happy Steve Cohen, to say the least.
No doubt.
Steve, you mentioned how difficult a process this is and was, and we all knew it would be. What was the roller coaster of emotions for you? Was there a point in time where you thought we're definitely out, and when was the moment where you said, "Oh my God, I think we got him"?
Yeah, there were a bunch of times where it felt like we were kind of swimming upstream. Wasn't sure if we were going to get to the promised land, and I mean, even the night that of the agreement, I was having dinner with a friend in a restaurant in Florida, and I walked out to take a call, came back and said, "I don't think we're getting them."
Really?
Yeah, and then about a half hour later, it turned completely around. And all of a sudden, I realized, wow, we're not that far apart. Like, this may happen. And so, that's pretty emotional in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Listen, this is a contract that has never been seen before in the history of North American pro sports. The numbers speak for themselves about why he is worth such a big investment. But beyond that, when you're committing that amount of years, that amount of money, what was it in your conversations with Juan Soto that made you realize he's the guy to do it for?
Well, I mean, obviously we know, his abilities. So, clearly one of the greatest ball players that have come into baseball in a long time. That's why I requested a second meeting, because I met him the first time. I felt like it was a little bit more of a hello, how are you, that type of thing. But I wanted to get to know him as a person. If I was going to commit that type of money, I wanted to feel like this was going to work. And after the second meeting, I knew this could really be, good for both of us.
What did you learn in that second meeting that made you feel that?
He just opened up. Like it's really like being human to human, right, and not be as guarded. And so I learned about him as a person. I learned how much he cared about his family, how much he, cares about. He's just focused on being the best baseball player he could be. And so, I felt a connection.
So you mentioned the word family, and we know it's so important to Juan Soto, and it has been something that has been, like you said, now talked about a little bit more, but something that has been so obvious under your ownership with your wife, Alex. So bringing out your father-in-law, Ralph, who is as big a Mets fan as any of us have ever seen, what do you think you are able to get across to players in that moment when you bring family and treat them like family?
Well, we want to show them that we're just not an executive, or we don't care about them as people, and I wanted to show them who we were and what we're about. I've learned that from running my hedge fund, that have a personal touch, right, and act like you care about the person, which I do. I can't help it. I actually care about people.
Yeah. It's nothing that you want to apologize for.
No, I feel great about it. It's worked for me forever.
Yeah. Well, Steve Cohen, congratulations. An amazing day for the organization. As you said it in your statement with your wife, a seminal moment for the Mets organization. Thanks so much for a few minutes.
Thank you, Steve. Okay.
All right, Gary.